When you're selling expensive products and services, here's some examples: cars, real estate, expensive professional services, some business to business or B2B offerings. The first step is to get the contact information of people who are potential customers, because your sales cycle is probably going to be a little bit longer. This is perfect for the lead generation objective within Facebook for Business. And in my experience, we are usually able to get leads at Easel for higher end professional services for around $10 or $11 per lead, just to give you some kind of benchmark. So what we're going to be doing here is launching a lead ad on Instagram targeting wealthy moms. So how do we launch a lead generation campaign? Well, we're going to be working in the Ads Manager. So from the menu, we want to go to the Create and Manage column and go to the Ads Manager. And then we're going to be creating a new campaign. So we'll click Create here. And then our campaign name is going to be Female Leads for the new Tesla launch. All right, so I've gone ahead and switched the campaign objective to lead generation. Our ad set name is going to be Wealthy Moms in San Francisco. You're going to notice here that we had to accept some terms related to leads. A lot of this is related to the new data privacy stuff that's going on in the digital marketing world. And our ad set name is going to be Tesla with Wings Lead Form. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to save to draft. All right, now click on the ad set here in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to go down to audience, and we're going to change a few things. So here we are in the audience section. Let's eliminate United States as the location, and we're going to change it. So let's change it to San Francisco, and I'm going to help you build another skill here, and that is to calibrate the radius of your location anchor. So just to give you a sense of how you can use this, you can drag this anywhere down to something like 10 miles, which is more specific, but we're going to actually manually go in here and change this to 30 miles. So what that implies is that even though our location is set to San Francisco, we're really covering almost all of the Bay Area with this particular ad. All right, now let's keep building your audience targeting skills. We're going to be using some of the more fundamental elements of audience targeting here, like demographics. So let's switch the gender only to women. And I want you to practice along with me here so that you can build these skills. Let's change the age to 25 plus. So now this is going to be 25 to everybody over 65. And we're going to be using some of the detailed targeting. And I'm going to show you a couple of important details here. So let's add college grad here. All right, so I just want to point out a little nuance here. You're going to notice that by this college grad, it says education level here, whereas here says bachelor's degrees or higher, and that's interests. So these two characteristics live in different parts of Facebook's user data set. One of them is an interest. So that means that from whatever Facebook's algorithms have determined, somebody is interested in bachelor's degree or higher, whereas education level is probably matched from a third-party data source like TransUnion, or maybe the user said that they are a college grad on their profile, but we definitely want to be using the demographics area characteristics, not the interest area. So we'll go ahead and select college grad, and you'll see up here that we're in the demographics section, and that's where we want to be for this type of stuff rather than interests. And now let's go down, and we're going to be using some of these advanced features. So what we want to do is we want to narrow the audience. So if you notice that when we say narrow, that means that the audience is going to also match something else. Whereas if we exclude, that would mean that it's going to take away people who have a certain characteristic. For now, let's use this narrowing. So we're going to use this must also match. And so here what we're going to do is find parents. So again, if you just put in the word parent, you're going to get interest targeting. If you put in parents, you're going to get demographics targeting. We want to use demographics targeting here. All right, cool. So let's keep on moving on. All right, now we're going to build your skills with the placements again. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're only deploying this campaign to Instagram. And you're going to see by default, we can't deploy lead ads to Messenger or Audience Network. So we'll just go ahead and deselect Facebook. we're going to scroll back up to the top and click this one ad here as we keep building this campaign for your practice. And we're going to be choosing this type of creative, an ad with an image or a video. All right, now the image that you're going to want to use that's in the practice file folder is the lead generation Tesla image. And so I'm going to go ahead and clear this image, and I'll select the image. Since I've already uploaded it, you'll see, so here's one of those images. We're probably going to use this one since we're going to be deploying this on Instagram. So a square image is better for Instagram. You'll get more retail space or real estate in the network than if you have a landscape sized image. And with the text here, let's make it feel exclusive. So in this case, what we want to do is imply that there's something limited, that this is an exclusive offer because people are buying a really nice car. So the text that we're going to choose is the perfect balance of beauty and performance. The limited edition Tesla Model X will be available starting August 1st. That's something that I wanted to give you in this update of the Facebook and Instagram ads course, as opposed to the earlier version. So we're working more on your creative skills because that's a really important part of your success on the Facebook for Business network. All right, so next up, you're going to see that we landed here in the area where we need to create a lead form. So now let's build your skills, and I encourage you to follow along again, and you have all these different resources, creative elements in the study guide and in your practice folder. Let's create a lead form. So we're going to create a lead form, and let's use a new form. So in this case, we'll just go ahead and leave this at the more volume of leads, and then let's click intro here. And let's upload a better image than this, because by default, this has cropped it kind of ugly. So let's go ahead and upload a different image. So this is going to be called Tesla image for form in the practice folder. And you're going to see that this is a landscape image. So now we've got a better looking image there, especially if you're selling something high dollar. You need to make sure that your stuff looks really good. All right, so we are going to put a headline in here, and you see we're going to offer people to sign up and receive a free Model X brochure if they opt in. And we wrote a little paragraph here that is honestly taken from Tesla's website. So this is kind of how they describe their product. And we're going to go ahead and select this questions option here. And we're going to add a custom question here if you would like to, but actually I take that back. Let's use one of their questions that they offer by default, and the only one that we're going to add is a street address. And now let's move on to the privacy policy, and you can go ahead and use the URL that is in the study guide here for the link text and the URL. All right, great. So now we've updated the link text and the URL. So now let's just go ahead and edit the thank you screen, because this is a nice place to leave people with a good feeling as they've just opted into a lead. So the main thing that I wanted to show you as the option here is the button text. So we always want to make this so that people feel like they're getting what they want if they click the button. So, oops, I'm going to go ahead and change this button text a little bit. So now the button says pre-order now, and we'll go ahead and save this and then finish. Great. And then now we have our lead form built. People can sign up. We've got our Facebook pixel activated. We'll just click publish. And before we leave this particular lecture, I want you to be aware that at go.easel.co/FB2019, that's the link for the study guide, and that's the link here on the screen. You will be able to find a Toyota case study that shows how a lot of this stuff worked for them, and it has a few more metrics and things like that. Now, to wrap up, before we move on, there is an interesting feature related to leads, and that is how to collect your leads. So specifically, you can automatically have leads go from Facebook ads to a CRM system. For example, if you or your company uses Salesforce, that's an easy integration. So let's look at that for a second. All right, so what we want to do here to find something, I want to show you. So let's go up here to this filters. And what we're going to do is we're going to select the different campaign delivery objectives. And we're going to pick the lead objectives. So there's lead generation. And if we add that, you're going to see that one of the campaigns that I ran came up. So we always want to select on the left the campaign that we want to be looking deeper into. And if you go in here, you're going to see that we have some different things that we tried out. And I want to show you something here. So this was a little lead experiment that I ran. And if you click here on, this is in the ads tab, this is a way where you can download your leads. So whenever you're trying to get the leads from your lead form, you want to go to the ads tab of the particular campaign that you've launched, and then you can download them manually. Or you will also see here that here's the link to connect your CRM or your customer relationship management system. If you have that integration available, if you already are using a recognized CRM system, and if you're running a lot of lead ads, then that's a way that you can connect your CRM into your Facebook for Business infrastructure. So if you wanted to download them, you could just download them there and you'll get the information that you requested in your lead form.